Imagine, if you will, your tenants just moved out and you're in the process of getting your rental property ready to rent again. The refrigerator and dishwasher are about shot and you're not sure if you should replace them. You figure that maybe the new tenants could bring their own, and you certainly don't want to be on the hook for repairs. What's the best way to handle this? I'll explain. What appliances have to be included with a rental property? As obvious as this may sound, appliances that are built in are included in the rent. These items are considered fixtures and therefore part of the real property that is being leased. If it requires more than unplugging to uninstall and move, the appliance is probably a fixture. Common examples include garbage disposals, built-in dishwashers, and built-in stoves. Of course, this will have implications as to who fixes them when they break. The California Association of Realtors contract has a space for personal property included without warranty, and housing provider will not repair or replace. But this section is for personal property and by definition, not fixtures. If there is a space in your kitchen cabinets for a dishwasher, then the expectation would be that one is included. The same is true for built-in refrigerators, stoves, ovens, and microwaves. If they're built in, they're fixtures and they are included. What about appliances that are not built in? Are they legally required to be provided? In California, believe it or not, rental property owners are not legally required to provide any appliances that qualify as personal property or that are not attached. However, just because something is not legally required does not mean it should not be done. Housing providers need to ask themselves if it's good business to provide basic appliances or not. Should landlords include basic appliances? In the Long Beach, Los Angeles, and Orange County markets where we operate, the significant majority of single-family houses, condominiums, and apartments include basic appliances, like stoves and refrigerators. Here are 6 reasons why landlords should include basic appliances. Number 1, appliances are becoming property specific. Long gone are the days where there was an open space where most any refrigerator or stove would fit. Today, most kitchens are designed to optimize the space. Even though many refrigerators and stoves may technically not be fixtures, the area where they go tend to be very specific in size. These are often precise spaces needing a certain width, depth, height, and even the doors open in a particular direction. Stoves are no longer as portable as your toaster. Number 2, appliances last longer than the lease. The average expected life of a basic appliance is about 10 years. It does not make sense to ask a tenant to buy appliances specifically for a property with a 1-year lease, even if they end up staying 4 years. What are your tenants supposed to do with the appliances when it's time to leave? Number 3, drives up the move-in cost. If you insist on not including appliances, then prospective tenants will have to factor in the cost of buying appliances into their move-in expenses. They will typically already need to come up with the first month's rent, security deposit, along with paying other moving expenses. The need to purchase a stove and refrigerator adds a significant increase in an already large number. This will make your property less attractive to the general market. Number 4, moving and installation risk. This is especially true when stairs are involved. Do you really want your tenants navigating the stairs with a refrigerator? Someone could get hurt. Tenants improperly moving stoves and refrigerators are common reasons for broken kitchen tiles and cabinets. If you're in charge of the installations, you can make sure it's done by experienced professionals. If it's up to your tenants, it's very hard to control. Number 5, competitive disadvantage. Since the significant majority of properties on the market include basic appliances, you are at a competitive disadvantage when you don't. It's what today's tenants are expecting. If a tenant is searching to find a place to rent and pretty much every place has appliances, why would they choose a place that didn't? Number 6, appliances pay for themselves. Having appliances helps to fill vacancies faster and at a higher rent. It can easily take you 30 or 60 days longer to fill a vacancy without appliances. It will most likely be at a lower rent than if you included appliances. You would be money ahead to just buy and include the appliances in the beginning. You will start collecting rent sooner, and when they leave, you'll still have the appliances for the next tenant. Should appliances like washers, dryers, and microwaves be included with a rental property? Let's start with microwave ovens. If they are built in, they have to be included. They're just sitting on the counter like a toaster, we would not recommend including them in the lease. You don't want to be on the hook for repairs, and there's a good chance that a microwave sitting on the counter will inadvertently get picked up and moved out with the tenant. If you want to supply your tenant with a microwave that sits on the counter, give it to them as a present and consider it a day. As far as washers and dryers goes, well, it depends. If you have a special size washer dryer, especially if it's a stack washer and dryer or a unique dual use machine that was chosen to fit in a limited space, you need to include it. This is very common in condominiums. One could argue that if the washer and dryer hookups are on the interior of the home, you should probably include them with the rent. Where it gets a lot less cut and dry is when the hookups are in the garage. Then machines could be included with the property if you want, or maybe you don't have to. It would be nice, but this is something that could be looked at on a case-by-case basis. You will just want to be clear what happens if it breaks, goes missing, or otherwise needs repair. The same is true for any secondary refrigerators or freezers left in the garage. We will look more closely at those situations in a future blog about appliance repairs. Bottom line, built-in appliances are considered fixtures and are included in the lease. In California, rental property owners are not legally required to provide basic appliances, but most do. Here are 6 reasons housing providers consider it good business to provide appliances. Appliances are often specific in size for a particular property. Appliances last longer than the lease. Not providing them drives up the move-in cost for prospective tenants. There is moving and installation risk when tenants have to source their own appliances. Not offering them places the landlord at a competitive disadvantage, and appliances pay for themselves over the long run. There are some appliances like microwave ovens that are best not included unless they are built in, while others like washers and dryers need to be looked at on a case-by-case basis, especially when they're in the garage. We hope you found this helpful and informative. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. Remember, we're not attorneys or CPAs, so we don't give legal or tax advice. For real estate advice, if you're looking for a reliable property management company or real estate broker in Long Beach, Los Angeles, or Orange County, California, or if you're just considering it and have a few questions about real estate, contact the Mike Dunphy Group today. We're happy to help.